in the quiet soil of Saga Prefecture, where the mountains listen and the sea remembers. Dreams once fell asleep beneath the weight of time. They did not vanish. They waited. For hope is stubborn. Hope claws back from silence. Hope sometimes wakes up screaming. A door slammed. A truck roared. A heartbeat stopped. And somewhere in the dark, a spark laughed. Awaken, they said. Not as you were, but as you must be. Eyes opened to mirrors that lied. To hands stitched with borrowed tomorrows. To names half remembered and lives half lost. Girls who had once stood under sunlit skies now rose beneath fluorescent bulbs and madness. Welcome to hell, said the man with fire in his grin. Hair wild as destiny, voice sharp as thunder. Welcome to idols. Welcome to zombies. Welcome to Saga. They staggered first, limbs unsure. Souls cracked like old vinyl. Fear clung to them like frost. They screamed, they ran, they denied the truth. That death had not ended them. That failure had not erased them. That history had not finished its song. One had dreamed of stardom and met steel instead. One had sung for an era that forgot her name. One had fought storms alone on the open sea. One had lived in silence behind perfect manners. One had burned too brightly, too briefly. One had never been allowed to begin. Different centuries, different regrets. Same unfinished wish. To be seen, to be heard, to matter, if only once. They learned to walk again under disco lights. Learned to dance with joints that once lay still. Learned to smile through seams and scars. Makeup hid the truth. Music revealed it. The stage became their altar. The microphone, a confession. Every beat stitched soul to soul. Every harmony rewrote fate. Crowds were small at first. Folding chairs, curious stares, laughter half kind. Tomatoes flew before applause did. But even mockery is proof of existence. And even silence can be challenged. They fell. They rose. They fell again. And laughed. Because what is embarrassment? To those who have already died. Saga watched. Saga waited. The land of forgotten glory. Of empty malls and fading signs. Felt something stir beneath its streets. A rhythm older than despair. A promise louder than decline. When they sang, the past leaned closer. When they danced, the future cracked a smile. Idols of flesh chase perfection. Idols of bone chase truth. And truth rang out raw and wild. You do not need to be flawless to shine. You only need to live. Even if living means falling apart on stage. Even if living means singing through tears. Even if living means loving a place that once let you disappear. Storms came. Failures replayed. Memories sharpened. Dreams threatened to rot like old wounds. But together they stood. A patchwork miracle stitched by stubborn will. Voices rose where silence once ruled. Lights bloomed where darkness lingered. Saga, forgotten Saga, found its name shouted into the sky. And in that moment, past and present collapsed into music. Legends stood beside rookies. Ghosts danced with hope. They were not idols because they were perfect. They were idols because they refused to stay dead. So sing, you broken dreamers. Dance, you discarded stars. Laugh at fate, shout at despair. And bow, not to the world, but to the selves you once thought lost. For even in death, a dream can encore. Even in ruin, a song can rise. And somewhere, beneath Saga's stars, the earth hums along. Because some legends are not born, not made, but resurrected.